A mighty man victorious in numerous battles ascends to become a powerful king, yet he reincarnates into another life carrying memories of his past existence. Now trapped in the body of a helpless child, nothing unfolds as he desires, and his body feels like a prison. In this new world, there are powers unfamiliar to him, powers he finds utterly fascinating. Now he must gain strength as swiftly as possible. We see blood running down the blade of a sword against a backdrop of flames beneath a crimson sky. The man holding the sword appears to have slain a woman who lies lifeless on the ground. Subsequently, this same man tells us that he has become the king, demonstrating unparalleled skill. He effortlessly destroys an opponent, proclaiming victory as he drives his sword into the man's body. At that moment, a fleet of warplanes crosses the sky and bombs an entire city, causing endless explosions, followed by the terrified screams of the population. With each passing moment, the king watches the war-torn scene as his cape billows with the intensity of the bombs in front of him. According to him, he had become the most powerful king, or rather placing his hand on a showcase that held the crown he used to wear. The man laments that in truth he was once a king. Suddenly, he is thrown into his subconscious, as if it were an ocean where he dives and sinks as he lets his body be carried by its own weight. Amidst this, the voice of a child pleading, "Please." A beautiful green field appear, then a feather moves toward the warrior, as we hear the child say, "In your new life, seek the light." Thus, the once king is reborn in the body of a child. The father is proud that the boy's hair color is the same as the mother's, while she is pleased to see that the son's eyes are identical to the husband's. The man welcomes little Arthur to this world and introduces himself as Reynolds. Seeing the man's goofy demeanor, Arthur seems to have retained his old consciousness in the new body. Confused, he tries to understand who these people are until they both declare themselves his parents. At that moment, trapped in his old adult mindset, Arthur realizes he has just been born. Ironic as it may be, after a lifetime of battles and victories, he has been reduced to a helpless little child. Unaware of any of this, the mother pats the boy on the back to make him cough. And that's exactly what he does. Still not quite understanding what's happening, Arthur reflects that Alice and Ray seem to take good care of him, and both are convinced they really are his parents, whatever the reason. AB, however, being a baby with an adult mind brings a persistent sense of fear. When he is placed in the crib, he ends up grabbing his father's finger, who is overjoyed to tell his wife. Frustrated, Arthur knows it was just a reflex action, almost instinctive, just like the cry he's about to let out, which was interrupted by a bowel movement replacing the tears. Definitely his bodily functions are well beyond his control, and nothing happens as he plans, as if his tiny body were a kind of prison. Arthur tries to wake up, but the nightmare continues. As if that weren't enough, he would soon witness something even more absurd. Then, as he's carried out of the house in his mother's arms, the boy sees his father infuse his hands with magic and shatter a rock with a punch. A piece of rock falls on the big guy's head. Then Alice heals him with a magic spell. Observing this, Arthur reflects that there are powers in this world that he is unaware of, which is truly fascinating. Reynolds, with his gauntlet fused with magic, was capable of hunting even the fiercest wild boars in the forest. When he saw his father return from the hunt that day, the baby thought that knowledge was an advantage, so he scrutinized his surroundings carefully. For example, in this society, individuals possess weapons, indicating a certain level of danger around that compels people to become strong as soon as possible, and Arthur himself does not wish to be an exception. Alice rocks the boy to sleep, and he ponders that these days have brought endless frustration. Moments like these aren't so bad as remembering tense moments in his past life, where the opposition wasn't always loyal. He couldn't sleep so peacefully at any time. Regardless, the new life as a baby continues for little Arthur, and now he learns to crawl. At one point, he reaches a mirror in his parents' room and sees his reflection for the first time. The parents are thrilled with each discovery their son makes, while the kid is still trying to get used to his name, although for him, this isn't any serious issue. At bedtime, Alice kisses the little one after laying him out in the crib. However, Unlike falling asleep, the rascal climbs down from the crib like Rapunzel from the tower of the castle to venture out after a long period, suffering from his bodily impulses. Now he begins to better control his limbs and needs. While his mother washes the dishes, he crosses the kitchen stealthily, knowing he must make no noise upon opening a door. He completes his mission, reaching the bookshelf after all. As he had thought, knowledge is an advantage, and now Arthur has found what he was looking for: information about this world. According to one of the books he picked up, this continent he was born on, Dicathan, is home to 3 kingdoms: Darv, an underground nation of dwarves; Il-Inwar, a country of elves living deep within a forest; and lastly Sepen, where Arthur is the region controlled by humans, and the most populous, like his nation in his past life. It is a monarchy. But the difference is that the throne of this country is inherited, not taken. Moreover, this world still seems technologically outdated compared to his old one, and another book explained that this place was still primitive. Because of magic in this world, there is a source of power called mana, and the ability to control this magical energy is largely hereditary, occurring in about 1 in every 100 people. In general, there are 2 forms of mana applications: amplification and conjuration. Amplifiers use mana to enhance bodies, providing incredible strength, agility, and defense. On the other hand, conjurers are able to project mana to control it as they wish. The key to controlling mana is the mana core, and the power of magic awakens from the onset of puberty through late adolescence, channeling the mana scattered throughout the body solely into the core until you can control it. Is what makes you a mage. Arthur is well aware of the principle of becoming conscious of his inner power until he can take control of it and then release it, and the center of his chide is crucial for making this work. Luckily, a knowledge from the past life of the deceased king may be useful in his new existence, and that is what he tries to do as he begins a meditation that